Hello everybody, I'm Alexandra Kosteniuk. Let me show you one of my games from the Tal Memorial that took place in Moscow. Here I'm playing with the Grandmaster Potkin. As you can see, the game was opened by the French defense, the exchange variation with d takes on e4. And now I played bishop e3. The most popular move here is bishop h4, and bishop h3 is more positional approach. So he played bishop d7. I played knight e5, bishop d6, bishop d3, knight d5, queen h5, and you can see the position on the screen just after my move queen h5. So I'm threatening to take on f7. He cannot protect the pawn by playing queen f6 because then I'll play knight takes f7. So he took on e5, bishop f5, queen f5, queen f6. I decided to exchange the queens because after this exchange we reached the game reached an endgame, and I have a 2 bishop advantage. So white has 2 bishops and black has a knight and a bishop. And normally it's a little bit better to have 2 bishops in this kind of situations. So Vladimir played b5 because my idea was to play c4. That's why here I played b3, preparing to play c4 anyway. Bishop c6. So f3, protecting the pawn on g2, f5, and here c4, took on c4, took on c4, knight b6. When you have 2 bishops, you can play on 2 sides simultaneously, on the queen side and on the king side. Because if you have a bishop and a knight, as black is having right now, it's more difficult to play on the 2 sides simultaneously because the knight is not so fast as a bishop. So the game continued to rook b1 because I want to play bishop c3, and so after knight a4 I want to have bishop a1. Wait. So rook d8, bishop c3, rook g8, king f2, trying to improve all my pieces to put them on the center. King a7, rook h1. And you see how difficult it is for black to find moves or good squares for his pieces. So he needs just to stay on one place, king f8, because I was threatening d5, and actually it was a very nice idea to play d5 even here immediately, to sacrifice a pawn in order to weaken the black structure, because after d5 e takes d5 c5, the black pawns on the f file could have been too weak, and it would be a nice move. But I just decided to wait to see what my opponent is going to do, because as I told before, it's difficult to find a good move for black here. So I just played g3. We're playing with the time control 5 minutes plus 2 seconds on each move. After each move, 2 additional seconds are added. So h5, king s3. I don't know, I'm looking for a way to improve my position. It's not so difficult to find with such a short time on the clock. But you see, he played knight c8, and I immediately went to the blacks last row. I played rook b8. Rook e8, protecting his rook. I was calculating different kind of variations like bishop a5 or bishop b4, but then I just decided to go with my king away to f2, back to f2, because there is always an idea to play d5 in this kind of position, so I was always thinking about this move, because it looks very strong. It distracts the opponent's pawns. So knight b6, I just took on e8, rook e8. He needs to take with a bishop, because after king e8 I will play d5. Bishop e8, and here I could not resist anymore. It was stronger, I just played d5. And it's a nice move. The other idea, very interesting idea, was rook e5 with the idea to go to a5 or to c5 and to attack the a7 and c7 pawns. So he took on d5. And here, very nice idea that computer gives us is bishop f5, and after knight takes c4, bishop h7. A very nice idea, but very difficult one to find on the in the Blitz game. So I just played c5, also a strong move. Knight f4. He played, because what else? He's trying to do something. So we have about 1 minute and a half. So knight a4, and here the strongest move I think was bishop d4, cutting off the knight, leaving it on the edge of the board. It would be a very nice move, but well, I decided to play bishop b4 finally. It's weaker, but well, it's not that bad. Bishop c6, because now I want to play c6 obviously, and rook e7, and he cannot play c6 because his knight will be lost, so bishop c6. I took on f5, bishop f5. King g7, and here I could have played rook e7, and king f6 is not so dangerous because I have rook takes c7 attacking the bishop on c6. But I didn't see this variation because I have only 40 seconds left. So I played rook e5 with the idea to have after king f6 f4 move. So rook b8, bishop a3, king f6 f4. Here, honestly, the position is about equal, but he made a mistake. He played d4 instead of knight b2. It was better. So he played knight d2. I made a good move. Bishop c2. And here, after knight b2, I gave check, rook f5, king e7, and here a very nice move as well, bishop b3, threatening to take a pawn on f7. He protected this pawn, but after knight b2 he lost the knight. And he thought for a while, he understood that his position is lost, and he resigned.
Видео